Hello, Just Too Good here. Today I'm taking a look at the LEGO Avengers Summer 2020 Avengers Tower Battle set. This has 685 pieces, a total of 8 minifigures, and retails for $90 in the United States, where you can find this at Target stores. Thanks to M&R Productions for the heads up. The first minifigure we'll take a look at is one of the 2 exclusive Iron Man suits to this set. The box calls this figure Tazer. It seems to be the Mark 30 or Blue Steel outfit, some people even calling it the Silver Centurion outfit. This design has an exclusive print for the helmet, torso, and legs, and I don't believe we got this shoulder pad piece in this coloring before. Now, with all of these Iron Man suits that Tony Stark isn't wearing, underneath there's just a clear head, and I think this is the first time we're ever getting the Mark 30 in LEGO form, which is really cool. And LEGO also includes these energy or lightning pieces to make it look like he's tasing out of the repulsors. This is attached via those small clear connection pieces. And this one, LEGO calls Blazer, seems to be based off of the Mark 22 or Hot Rod outfit from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I really like the leg printing here where we have those flames printed on. Just looks kind of cool. Torso print is new and exclusive as well, as is the printing on the helmet. Once again, underneath, it's just a clear minifigure head. And per usual with newer Iron Man sets, LEGO includes these energy blast pieces, which you can add for extra effect to make it look like he's shooting out of those repulsors. Included with Blazer and Tazer are these energy pieces even at the bottom, but unlike the helicarrier characters that use these same energy pieces, there's no dish at the bottom, so it's really hard to make these stand up on their own, if even possible, because they'll just plop over. In my opinion, they should just include the dish pieces so that you can display them with the energy blast. So I'm just going to display them with those parts removed. And there's a third exclusive minifigure of this set, a new variant for Red Skull. This design has an exclusive torso print, and the face print is exclusive as well. Kind of cool since we don't get Red Skull too often in the LEGO world, and it's been quite a bit since we got our last Red Skull. This design also has a pretty cool looking weapon where they do have a stud shooting accessory. In the middle right there, you can just press down and it shoots out that whole front part. I just kind of like how they're switching up these blaster builds and everything to make them look a little bit more unique. There's also an Iron Man / Tony Stark minifigure included in this set. This is the same version that's included in most of the Summer 2020 sets, as well as that one $10 Iron Man mech from earlier in this year. I really like that design, though I wish there was some switch up. I guess in this set, it's not really a problem since we do have 2 new Iron Man outfits. The design of this doesn't have the older style helmet where you can lift up that visor. Instead, you just got to remove the whole helmet, which is kind of funny because the printing underneath does have this display, and you can only see that display if you remove the helmet, so that's kind of a useless display, isn't it? And this set actually includes an extra hairpiece if you want Iron Man unmasked and just have Tony Stark. This is something that actually isn't included in the other Summer 2020 sets besides the Iron Man armory. Also, these are power blasts, so if you push down, they launch. And LEGO includes an extra build beneath the legs for Iron Man. It actually looks pretty interesting, and I like the part usage with the Chima crystal. And just to get a look with the helmets on, yeah, pretty cool. And unlike the ones for Blazer and Tazer, you can actually have him stand up on his own while on display there. There's a new Black Widow included in this set as well, but this is a version that also appears in the much cheaper accessory pack exclusive to LEGO stores and a little bit more expensive Avengers Helicarrier set. Now this design is an update which has our first arm printing for Black Widow, and I really like that. That looks fantastic. The torso print and leg print is pretty cool as well. Face print isn't anything new. I believe it was first with Jyn Erso, and you can see her alternate facial expression looks pretty ticked off. And this set includes 2 AIM soldiers. This is the same design of the AIM soldiers we've gotten since the beginning of the year. These appear in so many sets, so if you're army building them, you're probably in heaven with just how many are throughout the sets. I do like this little weapon build right here. And if you want a better look at the face printing, also removing the breathing apparatus gives a better look, where there's actually no alternate face print whatsoever. And there's another AIM soldier, which actually has the same weapon as the last, same torso printing and face printing as the last. Only difference is this neck attachment right here, which does provide a little grapple so that you could kind of have him grapple off of the Avengers Tower. And this opens up right down the middle, where you can access all the floors in their interior glory. This also looks pretty good from many different angles, not only with the brick-built Avengers Lego, we'll take a closer look at later, but from this angle with all the translucent blue pieces, from this angle over here, or even with the front facing. But either way, let's take a look at this starting at the first floor. So this room to the left holds the motorcycle build, which we'll take a look at in a second. It's a very simple area to hold that part, and it just kind of slides into place. There's also 2 stickers at the bottom right there on 1x3 plates. And then to the right over here, we have this build, which actually has a play feature at the back where you can push on this part and that just launches out. Also, you can easily put it back on just by attaching it to those 2 1x2 little area right there, or I guess 2 studs would be the best way to put it. There's another sticker to the left right here, as well as a sticker of a diagram of the tower. The design for that flying motorcycle is pretty cool, I guess. This does have a pretty nice color scheme for that motorcycle piece. You could adjust each of these turbines at the bottom by just twisting them around, at least the ones at the front. The ones at the back are actually in a fixed position. Oops, I forgot about that. Then we do have these wing flaps to the sides, which you can move up and down as they're clipped on. There's nice details all around, whether it be at the front or even at the back with this part that's clipped on as well. And you just slide your minifigure into place in the middle. And yeah, at the side, there's 2 stickers. And from the front of the tower's first floor, you could easily open up these 2 panels right here and just go on the motorcycle and exit that way. It's actually almost like a little mini garage. There's not too much going on the exterior of the first floor. The second floor actually holds a surprise appearance by the gauntlet. To access the gauntlet, you just got to remove this weapon rack right here, which does have some of Hawkeye's equipment. Seem to be a little flashlight right here, some binoculars, and also this trank gun right here, which is nice to get in that black coloring, also found in the Hulkbuster set. But for the gauntlet, I was actually surprised that they have some of the stones. The space stone is attached to the gauntlet, and you do get 3 extras in this set. And then at the floor above, they do have the power stone as well. And the gauntlet easily slides into place over that axle right there, where it just rests pretty snug. And for the room to the left, we have a small armory having Blazer and Tazer in place. And at the exterior of that room, we do have another area where you can open up those panels, and I guess you could have the suits fly out. At the third floor, we have a small area to research the Power Stone. This is actually a stickered piece at the back, just to get a better look at that part right there. And then to the left, we have this small little holding cell for Red Skull. There's a 1x1 print right here, which we've seen before. Also, this 1x6 tile at the bottom. This part right here can be lifted up, so you could put Red Skull inside there, and he just fits onto those 1x2 jumpers, and you can push it back down. And from the opposite side, there's a small play feature on the exterior. All you have to do is push down on this piece, push down on this piece this way, and then the panels just fly out. So now Red Skull can escape. One thing I don't like about this one compared to the last one is that there was a similar feature of popping off these little panels, and there was an easy way to put it back on. Since this is under the balcony, it's actually a little hard to put them back in place. At least right standing up, because this whole balcony gets in the way. So I wish that was just a little bit better thought out. The fourth floor is the floor with the balcony, and it does have that nice Avengers Tower logo at the outside. I like how they built the Avengers logo, just kind of positioning it in different ways with certain tiles and everything. It works pretty well with such limited pieces. Opening it up right down the middle, you may have noticed that I just have this 2x4 right in the middle right here. And that's because this 2x4 tile can be swapped out. So you could have a news report saying, "What is AIM?" I do wish that was JJJ instead of some random guy. Again, this is a sticker, but a really nice sticker to get. And if you just want the Avengers to be playing a video game, well, now we have this game of Captain America versus Red Skull. Why that exists in this universe, I don't know. But that's like one of my favorite stickered pieces of this year. Again, going to emphasize, this is a sticker on a 2x4, not a print. Aside from the TV screen, there's just a door that leads to the balcony on that other side. The balcony actually has a lot of room if you want to have a whole party there. And this whole balcony part does have a play feature where if you move this part, it falls down, and I guess you could have all your minifigures slide off. And that's why this part is tiled as opposed to stud, so that they can just kind of fall there. Let's try that out. And yeah, that actually is really fun. And finally, the top floor doesn't have too much going on. I do wish it was less barren in that regard. There are these two 1x2 jumpers at the end right here. And I guess this is actually a place where you could put Blazer or Tazer, just kind of sticking them with their energy blast there. And at the very top, there's two antenna. Still, you can imagine this as a little landing pad, even if it doesn't have space for, say, a helicopter or whatever. One last thing I wanted to highlight with the build is how each floor uses these new bullet pieces for these bulbs, and I actually kind of like how that turns out. But that's really it for the build of this set. Let's take a look at the packaging and then the final verdict. And the box for this is one of those bigger square box size. Actually, I think it was the same size as the original 2015 Avengers Tower. Heck, that one might even have had a thicker box. But at the back, it just kind of shows some of the play features and a look at the interior. As for the instructions, at the end, there's an advertisement for some of those new 2020 summer sets. I almost said 2019. With the ones to the left for Avengers, and then that one Venomsaurus set at the bottom. So overall, while I love the 2015 Avengers Tower, I think this one's even better, with its size being a little bit bigger, it being taller with some extra floors and some more substance to those extra floors. I also think the color scheme of this one is just a lot better with the blues they use and everything, even if it's less tied into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It also has a pretty decent figure selection for a LEGO Marvel set with 3 exclusive figures. I especially like those exclusive armors for Iron Man, and it's cool to get another Red Skull. At the end of the day, though, for $90, I kind of think that's a little steep. I wish it was at $80. But if all things considered, I'd rate this one a B+. Really love the tower design here. Really love the minifigure selection. And even if it's not the best value, it's a pretty unique build and a tower that we don't get often in LEGO. So get this while you can. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.